of that vehicle. The phones, the police should have gotten the phone. My only question now is very funny, but it's something that I need to ask. If at the point where a young man of 26 years old dies in a home, okay, or like what they claim, died in a home, or they took him and then he was, because of both hospitals said that it was dead on arrival. Please, both hospitals. No one said, oh, we tried to resuscitate him, he was alive. None of them said that. It was dead on arrival. If at that point you took the corpse back home and you were given a death certificate and you took the corpse back home, who did they call? Which of the parents did they call, or the family member they called before they carried out an embalmment?
You have not heard anything yet. This time around, what you are about to hear will burst your bubbles. It will blow and explode your mind. Still on justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. This is explosive. In fact, I have never heard this before. You heard at the beginning. You're still going to hear more from our guest. And as you know how we do it on this channel, analysis, analysis, analysis all the way. We are going to break it into pieces. We are going to deal with it as we should. Justice for Mohbad. This cannot be negotiated. No, not at all. It is about justice and true justice for Mohbad. The first question that begs for an answer for those who are saying that we should not ask such questions, for those who are saying, why is DNA connected to justice? Saying that's a civil case, that's a family matter, that justice for Mohbad is what we should focus on. And we ask them, who should we seek this justice from? And who should this justice and the consequences of the action and justice, who should it be meted on? They want us to refocus our attention on Sam Larry the bully and Naira Marley, the record label boss that accused Mohbad of not finishing up his contract. Now, these duo were not in Nigeria. They were not on ground when the incident that took Mohbad's life happened. And if they sent people to carry out this nefarious activity, one question that begs for an answer is this: where was Wunmi at that time? Well, according to the records, she was with Wunmi was with Mohbad 72 hours, 48 hours, and 24 hours, and at the last minute, last breath of Mohbad. So, if CCTV failed, if truly she loves Mohbad, she'll be able to tell us, this is what happened. These are the people that bursted in. They took Mohbad's life. They stabbed him. They did this. No, nothing as such. So, who should we seek this justice from? That's what I'm asking. Who should we seek justice from? Well, like I said, you are about to be blown away. Let us listen to our guest speak, and we will talk more.
As he promised, don't worry. You people will see how the whole thing will take the turn of events. You will see. You thank God that God is there, really. Okay, I continue, bossman.
Yeah, you actually play a very big role, by making my party go down there.
Yeah.
It's long overdue.
Yeah.
And so, the statement of the police at the beginning of the investigation is really wrong.
That's the beginning, by not referring to the corpse that Baba Mohbad took to the police station. Is that what you mean?
Yes, that's supposed to be the beginning. Why did they filter that Baba Mohbad carried the body of Mohbad to the station? But they did not want to indict themselves in that. Yeah, they filtered that out.
And do you think about it? Do you want to think about something? Do you think that the statement we heard then, the press conference they had, in everything that they said, is there anything that is an iota of truth compared to what Wunmi and Adura had to say? No. In everything that we heard in that press conference, it seemed like a written story that they never thought will be questioned.
Yeah. If you want to know why they closed down Corona inquest, ask them. They have no reason of closing down that Corona inquest. They do not want the truth to come out. They should come and talk. Okay, if Wunmi and others have actually spoken, they went to Corona to say their own side of the story. So what made them to stop that Corona inquest? Now, because they did not know, the moment that the news came out that some of the judges of Mohbad actually gotten some information from these people in the detention, they closed the Corona inquest because they know that the police, they messed up.
Everything that the press conference is contrary to what Wunmi said. I can give you points.
Exactly.
It's contrary to number one, the prophecy aspect. Mohbad was bleeding, his hand was bleeding. It is totally different from what Wunmi said. Wunmi said it was a slight minor cut and that it was just a small bleed. Do you understand? It wasn't anything special. When they got home, she massaged the hand, she claimed. So you see, it's quite different from profusely. In the bid to punch his friend, he then hit his hand into the gland and his hand got, he bled profusely. So you see that alone is just out of point.
Let me crack you up a little bit here.
Please do.
The police said Mohbad bled profusely from the show.
Yeah.
In the Wunmi's testimony, he said when they got home, he massaged it using aboliki.
Yeah.
Can aboliki stop blood that is gushing out of the vein?
I see. Those are the discrepancies. That is what we are still saying. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that the police. I don't think that's IG because the commissioner of police that read that at that conference that day. It's no more there. Remember, it's no more there. You know the guy that read that is no more there.
Where did they take him to?
I don't know.
Is it the one that they transferred to Ogun State?
I don't know, but it's no more there. That's why some people there's speculation that they what did you call it again? The higher level, promoted him. There's speculation.
So it was one that they promoted, right?
There's speculation. I don't know how far it is true. Do you get it?
I said it in the interview, in the show of Brekte, that there's one officer that got promoted because of this justice for Mohbad. Because of this investigation that they did. They need to call that person now to come. Why? You want to know why they promoted? For us to get justice, you have to go back to the basis.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? Can I say my own part? The problem is for us to get justice for Mohbad. They have to go back to the table. Now, can I shock you? Do you know that the house that Mohbad was living in, definitely Wunmi have packed out of that house. That is number one evidence. Shut down there.
Yes.
Now, there's every possibility there are another set of people living in that house now. They've rented out that place. There's every possibility. So where will they get the bed sheet? Where will they get the blood splash? Where will they get everything that was claimed by Baba Mohbad and Wunmi's Mohbad's mother's sister that they saw? That's one. That house is no more in existence. If I'm correct. Yeah, that's one. Number two, they said they have already done autopsy. You understand? They've done autopsy. Now, I do not know, because the family of Mohbad, as far as we know Baba Mohbad, at least he's giving the public response, the little he knows. You understand? When they are going for autopsy, they are meant to go with a representative from the state, and then, of course, a pathologist from the state, and maybe a representative, on behalf of the family, representing the family. Are you making sense? And they are the family that will produce that person, not that the state will forcefully put that person on them. No, they will produce that person. That, okay, this is the person, maybe a pathologist too. They will all be there. They will carry out this thing. What do they call autopsy? Take specimen. They will be there to supervise everything. But that was That is not done. Now, the question I want to ask you, the specimen taking, when till date, they are yet to come back with results. When till date, they are yet to respond what has really happened to Mohbad and to the life of Mohbad. Did they keep those specimens somewhere for an independent autopsy? Are you making sense? Because those things are no more. Definitely. In Mohbad's, they've taken it out. So how will they get those things? That is the question. Now, the family of this boy, you know, because some are like, you know, if there's any reason that they suspect maybe overdose of drug, or the drug that was given to him, administered to him by Feishara, maybe it was what pied him. Are you making sense for me? They will get it from those things that they took from his body. And I can tell you, with the little knowledge I know, which I have asked 1 or 2 pathologists, they told me that when they remove it, are you making sense? Of which obviously we have independent, they will have their own from the state and the one from the diseased family, yeah? Now, they will take it and they will do what they need to do, and that is it. So, do they still have those things? Which hospital have they gone to do this test? Does it mean that all the evidences, they have taken it away? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Because if they say go back to the table, what are they going to meet on the table? Many of these evidences, they have gone with it. And that is why God help me, God help the people listening to me. Maybe in the end, it will become an international case where they have to sue Nigeria. It's just my own input.
That is where we're driving at here, Goody. If we don't want this justice for Mohbad case to be, what they call it, inconclusive, because the police, they messed the case up right from the beginning. You came out to tell me, the masses, that Mohbad died profusely. And you could, I think, if you have any medical doctor in the house, in the courtroom,
yeah,
come and tell us how long it's going to take if someone is actually bleeding.
And I would have invited. Please, is there any medical doctor in the house? I always have lawyers on board.
You need to let them come on board. They should tell
or if you are not a medical doctor, you have understanding, or you know about, you are in the medical field and you know about this pathologist, being a pathology, or know about it. You understand? You know, can you come and tell us? Can you come and tell us how it works? If they've done autopsy, how does it work? Is it that they will take what they want to take and leave the rest inside? Because me, I don't know. You understand? I'm only guessing about all this pathology something. I don't know anything about it. I know that if they are doing tests now, do you know, please, if you are a pathologist, do you know anything about all that? If it's important that we know. Because if they say they should go back to the table, what about the blood? What about what they said? I think they've gone to see Mohbad's body. I don't know what they saw. You understand? Those are the things, his body, you know. What did they see? Is there anything aside, you know, what was seen? We don't know. I don't know. But how long does this take? Can an autopsy be done again? Do you understand? Because you are suggesting they have to go back and start again. Abi, am I not correct? So, is there any possibility? In fact, you know, we were saying something about analysis of their phone. I never heard that they retrieved their phones from them. Nobody's... They didn't submit their phone. Baby saving spending them. All of them were with their phone. They were all using it now. Prime Boy, all of them were with their phone now. Wunmi is obviously with her phone. Everybody's still with their phone. Did they do analysis on Mohbad's phone? None of these things was done. Bossman. And if the case get leg, nothing was done. No investigation. Even this autopsy, I don't know if they did it. I'm sorry to say that. I don't know if they did any autopsy. They said they did. I don't know. You understand? I don't know, you know, I don't know anything. I don't know how they do autopsy. You understand? Do they redo? It is possible for autopsy to be carried out again. Oh, really? Sam, are you in the medical field? So when they do autopsy like that, what do they take from the body? Shebi specimens we heard. Yeah, an independent pathologist can be hired to carry out new autopsy. Oh, really? Okay, so it's not like, yeah. Okay, what do they take for autopsy? Can you please enlighten us, please? Thank you. I can see medical field people online. I don't know anything about it. I'm only guessing, you know, and that's why you always have that's why they said the pathologist will be coming to advise the judge on this matter. It's even the inquest. They said the pathologist is coming. They just manipulated the case. Please, medical field people, tell us, please. In this case, that K-Bossman is saying that the police have to start all over again. Do we believe in these police people? They will dissect his body. Yeah, they must have dissected it a bit, I don't know, but they would have dissected it now already. We are asking, what are they going to take? Or the body flew out of the country? No, Bossman, they fly out Mohbad's body?
You don't find anything. Yeah. There's a lot of discrepancy. Let us start talking about discrepancy. Yeah.
Okay,
So
talk about the discrepancy. So,
let's start talking about discrepancy. So they will know that we are all aware of what is really going on. Number one, that statement that the police said that Mohbad bled profusely. I know that the police, they also have their own medical, they have the doctors. They need to come, when they come to corona inquest, our lawyer need to ask them questions. Who are you that gave a statement that Mohbad bled profusely from Ikorodu? That night, it was actually very late night, right? And there was likely there won't be traffic on the way, and it's going to take them at least not less than 2 hours to get home. So if Mohbad are actually bleeding profusely, normally any human that actually bleeding profusely don't last long, not more than 2 hours. 2 hours, 30 minutes, or maximum 3 hours, the person would pass out. So, Mohbad was bleeding profusely according to what the police said. And then they put Mohbad in the car. And the wife of Mohbad and all his friends and the driver were there and the security, and they watched him bleeding profusely, and they did not rush him to any hospitals in Ikorodu. So they drove all the way to Lekki.
True.
If the police are trying to give us that kind of narrative, then that's a negligence on every one of them in that car should be arrested, including the driver, instantly. Now, to floor the story of the police, if you claim that Mohbad was actually, that he bled profusely from the show, are they also aware that by the time Mohbad, they trying to give us a narrative that when Mohbad punched the window of the car, that it was why he was fighting with
Prime Boy.
What about if we said that when he punched that window, Prime Boy was not even there? Prime Boy has left that scene, and there was no blood. Okay, if they are still saying that he bled profusely, so you put Mohbad in the car, bleeding profusely, blood gushing out of his vein. That's what profusely means. That means he had a cut in his vein, and blood was pumping out. How many gallons of blood will he pump out? That's in a minute. So if you claim that he was actually bleeding profusely, are they aware that there was a fight in that car? Can somebody bleeding profusely have the strength to be fighting with someone in the car? Are they aware that the vehicle of the truck that they were in stopped 2 times on the bridge? So, in Wunmi's testimony, he said by the time they got home, Mohbad was feeling fine. So, if Mohbad was feeling fine, so what happened to the blood that was bleeding profusely that the police said? That means there's a discrepancy within the story of the police and the story of Wunmi. Testimony is there. It's been recorded. What Wunmi said in Corona inquest. So instantly, the story of, so we need to bring the police on board. Where did you get your story from? How did you derive that he was bleeding profusely? Nobody saw blood. And if you claim that he bled profusely, why didn't they take Mohbad to any hospital in Ikorodu? Why did they go back home? And if you claim that Mohbad bled profusely, Mohbad will not even make it home. Case closed. So let the police come first. They should bring all of them, all the police that were involved in that story that went to Mohbad's house. They need to come and
Welcome back. Welcome back. I like the direction that this is going to. Yes, I like the direction it is going to. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to those that have stood their ground, those that are really seeking for justice for Mohbad, those that have stood firmly without tiring, those that have not been swayed right, left, and center, those that have shown that they are really, really, really for justice for Mohbad, those that have shown that humanity is important. Humanity important. We have some scallywags. We have some urchins. We have some, minions. We have some terrible, wicked, evil people who are challenging those that are seeking for justice. They want to change the narrative. Obviously, if you had listened to some analysis done on this channel, you will know where some people stand. But where we stand is this. Justice for Mohbad equals DNA. Justice for Mohbad equals autopsy, toxicology, and not just a report. We want a robust, detailed information on that. And definitely Mohbad's father is going to get a professional pathologist and toxicologist and all of that to read that report. They will know what has been redacted. They will know what has been taken off. They will know what is required. They will know. They will know. So now, Mohbad's father has gotten his voice back. His voice was about to be trampled on the floor, on the ground. But luckily for him, he found Brekte Family TV and Radio. It's a platform where people come to present their views and also come to express their pains. They come there and Brekte, he doesn't sit. He rise up and do what he needs to do, press the buttons that he needs to press and scream and shout. Thank God that Brekte took this. Oriyomi Hamzat would have taken this, but I think the only thing Oriyomi Hamzat, you have to choose your battle. Oriyomi Hamzat felt that he could not fight this one. If he did, he knows that it was going to hurt or step on the toes of Femi Falana, who helped him in the previous case of the ritualist Motelia. Now, Brekte and Femi Falana, they probably have some, dealings in the past, but he doesn't hold Femi Falana any, he doesn't have anything, he holds him. So he's saying, well, I think Femi Falana is not well informed, but if he's informed of this, he should be able to tell me this and that on this case. Maybe he was ill-informed. We want to put him on that like he was ill-informed, although we know he knows, but he's just trying to protect the interests of his client because millions of naira has been paid into his account. That's the truth. He's not the lawyer for Mohbad. At first, that was what they sold to him. Later, he realized that it's about protecting Wunmi. Wunmi said he's being bullied. That is why the lawyer is supposed to look into why Wunmi is being bullied. DNA, is that the reason why he's being bullied? So why don't we get out of the way so that there will be no bully anymore, if that is what they claim by the request of Mohbad's father and of course by support of others that DNA must be done. Why didn't Femi Falana say in the past that Mohbad's father was being bullied when people insulted him and said he went to put his son under the soil so quick and so fast? Whereas Wunmi, the wicked girlfriend, fiancée of Mohbad, had a document on her that would have been used to deposit Mohbad in the morgue. But she kept it to herself. All the while Mohbad's father was being dragged right, left, and center, she kept her mouth shut. She pretended and acted like nothing was happening to him. She didn't come out to say, no, don't bully Mohbad's father. What happened was because she knows what she's doing. Now, back to the Lagos Police Command and police, whatever it is. A lot of terrible, you heard that a certain police officer has been promoted. And when they say promotion in the Nigerian context, it means that that police officer was taken off from that case so that someone else that would do the biddings, that would do the will of whoever is placed there. You might ask, why? Who is Mohbad? Who is Wunmi? Well, Wunmi is nobody. Who is Mohbad? Mohbad was nobody until he became somebody after his RIP. Now, why is this so complex? I'll tell you for free. You see, there are people with vested interest in this case, and one of this is Mohbad's stupid, wicked girlfriend's mother. She was a police officer. They say she is a little bit, she has done a little bit of, things for certain people there. So they try to protect each other's interests, like, beg, please help me, don't let my daughter out. That's the reason why we cannot find footage of certain CCTV clips that are supposed to be found. The only one they released is that of the nurse going in. That's what they want to show us, so that they can nail the nurse and hang it on her. And they felt like that's not enough. Let us put Prime Boy in it. Prime Boy said, if I open my mouth, what will come out of it will be too bad. They kept quiet again. He has been let out on bail. Wunmi is the only one amongst everyone that has been tagged and fingered in the RIP of Mohbad that is moving around freely without being locked up somewhere. This is so bad, isn't it? So the Nigerian police, like our guest said, should be called also. You said Mohbad had a terrible, wicked fight with Prime Boy and he bled profusely. So where are the evidence of such? Where did you find this? Did they see the duvet that Mohbad's father said he saw, full of blood? They saw it, definitely took pictures of it. So let us see from the car. There should be blood in the car. Because someone bled from where he went, the show on Friday, there must be signs of that bleeding in the car, or did he just start bleeding when he got home? Like, I don't understand. Is it possible to have a cut, and then when you get home, you now start bleeding? It doesn't work like that. You must have been bleeding from that particular scene before you got home. So was he bleeding at that place? Now, let us find out from the autopsy report that, he bled out. That is the reason why. The nurse came. The nurse did not administer medication to a dead person. When the nurse came, I'm sure she would have seen that injury on Mohbad. So the nurse should be allowed to speak. What did you see when you saw Mohbad? Did you see cut on his neck? Was he bandaged here? Was he tied here? What were you treating? What the nurse administered to Mohbad, from what we heard, is antibiotics, tetanus injection. So it means that there is a cut. Where is that cut? What part of his body? Because when those goons put Mohbad in the car screaming, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead, we didn't see blood stains. So it is after the treatment of the nurse that they rushed him to the hospital, obviously, isn't it? When he became critical, according to the story. So which part of his body did he have that injury? Which part of his body? Because we only saw one part of his body swollen. Just one single part. So is it that, what kind of bleeding will come out from that? We saw it like a dot. Like a dot. Like a dot. So what kind of bleeding will come out of that place that will now finish Mohbad? I don't really understand. For you to bleed and finish like that, there must be certain parts, vital parts of you that will be lacerated. Certain parts of you that will be lacerated. Not like that type of cut. And they say, so the police must come and tell us what they saw. The nurse must tell us what she saw. Very important. And Wunmi, that was there all through, should also be asked to speak. Yeah. How did they quickly embalm him, package him? It's because they don't want Mohbad's father to see certain parts of his body. Laceration. Huge cut. And I also observed something. The guy that put him on his leg, and of course the hospital that he went to, they must have seen something too. They have a report before they issue death certificate. They should also be questioned. Did the Nigerian police take the mobile phones of, you heard what our guest said, mobile phones of these people were not taken from them. Mobile phones were not taken from them. No. Mobile phones were not taken from these people to do some forensic analysis on it. Wunmi's phone is just there. They didn't take all their phones immediately and say, let's find out what's going on. They allowed all of them to build, to kind of protect, cover up, erase, delete, because they are not ready to get justice. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, if you are from a poor background, you're a poor person, there's no equal right, equal justice for everybody. Only when you're son of a politician or you're son of a rich person, that's when you get justice. There are certain things that they will not even look into. They will just end it there. That's how they roll. That's how it is. So guys, I don't know what you think about this one. What do you think about this? Because this case is taking a new dimension. It is taking a new dimension. And I like the dimension that it is taking. They thought that they could come on Brekte show, scream, shout, and act insane, act like they have mental problems. They came shouting, telling Brekte, is that the justice? Is that how to get justice? Justice is this. That's a civil case. That's this and that. Well, now you all know that justice for Mohbad is the same as requesting for DNA. Get to know this and know peace. Get to know this and just shut your shut your mouth. Now that you know that this is the justice too, because we need to know motives behind it. We need to know. We can't just swallow hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, we cannot swallow hook, line, and sinker. No, not at all. We cannot swallow just anything. Wunmi said, I don't know. Then she comes out to sing, dependable God, dependable God. So Mohbad does not have a dependable God. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Huh? That is it. Mohbad does not have dependable God or what? We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. We want to do. We want to see everything. How come all of a sudden the police officer that is in charge of this case was taken out? Huh? Huh? It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what you guys are thinking of this. It is so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. I don't know what you guys think of it. It is so sad. It's so sad. How horrible. It sounds so horrible that certain groups of people can just... Well, I like something about it, that Nigerians, citizens, even those that are not Nigerians, they are rooting for this, and it is for humanity. We all have to join hands together. There is a saying that once Nigeria gets it right, the whole of Africa will get it right. The whole of Africa will get it right. All African countries, when they see Nigeria, when they hear about Nigeria, they have this thing about them, like these people should just get it right because they are rich. Their land is full of resources. But we have some terrible people. They have swallowed the resources. It has made them, their stomach, protruding stomach, vomiting. And they want to use this to oppress others. They want to use it to cover up. Imagine if Mohbad was a son of the president of Nigeria. Do you think we will be... No! Within 48 hours, they would have... Even those that are not even part of whatever it is that happened, they would have been crushed, and even... You know how these guys operate. You know how these guys operate. Once you don't have, you can't get justice. I know that we have such, happening all over. Such things also happen in some other parts of the world where certain people who are kind of, they call themselves elite or children of the elite. They also have a way of hiding, of ways of manipulating. I know that these things happen too. They have ways of manipulating. They have ways of, they have their ways too. I know. But we will not sit down and, we will not sit down and keep quiet about it. This justice that we are talking about is what we will continue to talk about. And this is what we will stand upon now and forever until it is gotten. Why? Because it might be you next. It might be your brother. It might be your family member. It might be someone that you know. It might be someone that you know. Huh? This is so sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. How was Mohbad embalmed without the presence, without the go-ahead of either of his parents? Or did Mohbad's mother call them and said, look, quickly embalm him? Like, that would be crazy, isn't it? I'm kind of thinking of it. What would prompt Darusha to do it without telling his father, like, you know what? Don't worry. I'm his uncle. I'm his mother's younger brother. Don't worry. Let me handle it. Because we don't know the condition of these people so that we don't lose them. I understand that part of it because that's what they said. Like, okay, but not embalm, man. How can you embalm? That means this guy has gone for a long time. He has gone for a long time. I don't know what happened. Like, okay, you know what? Let us package him. Maybe he thought like, okay, as family, okay, let us just package him. These things are just mysterious. These things are mysterious. These things are just mysterious. It is just mysterious. It's just mysterious. I don't know what you guys think of it. Just drop your comment. Drop your comment about it. Let us talk about it. Have you experienced such? What do you think about this thing? What is the way forward? Huh? What is the way forward? What kind of society are we? What kind of life is this? What kind of society do we live in? What kind of society are we living in? What kind of society is this? What kind of society is this? A society where wicked people, because their mother is a police officer, here and there, they try to cover up. This is how Wunmi will go somewhere else to commit the same atrocity, do the same evil. What nonsense. Justice for Mohbad. That is what we will continue to talk about today, tomorrow, until it is gotten. And we are standing, like I've always said, we will keep standing by Mohbad's father. We will. We will keep standing by him. We will keep standing by Mohbad's father. Yeah. We'll keep standing by you. Continuously. We will stand by you. Like and share. See you in the next update.